I already answered that. Do you find post-commentary or live commentary to make better LPs? Really, I think it doesn't really make a difference. I don't think it makes a difference. I think, I mean, I've done both live and post, because, that's a question I'll answer later on. Why I do live on some and post on another. It's a pretty easy question to answer, but I'll get to that later. Having done both, I think they both have their plus sides and their bad sides. The live commentary, obviously, you have better, more genuine reactions, No matter how good you are doing post-commentary, there are going to be some moments where, you sort of break the fourth wall and you're like, hey, I'm doing post-commentary because I know what's coming in advance. It's just inevitable that you slip up that way. However, you get better reactions with live commentary. That's cool and all. Post-commentary, though, on the other hand, it allows you a little bit more freedom. You're not playing the game, so you aren't like kind of multitasking, doing two things at once. You're able to focus on other topics and go on longer rants and rambles and really, play up the entertainment value of the whole thing because you're a bit more free. It's more about entertaining commentary as opposed to reactionary commentary. It's like the really big difference. Post is entertainment commentary. You're kind of being, a stand-up comedian making your jokes. You already have your material. You're just sort of making jokes with it. Live commentary is like improv. You're sort of making it up as you go along. So, I mean, the live commentary is going to be a bit funny because of reactionary value. Post commentary is going to be funny because you can go a lot more in depth and really, discuss. You can be more informative too. So you can really sort of delve into the depths of a game with post commentary. So really, which one you want to do, it really depends on what kind of LPer you are. If you're not sure, dabble in both. See what you think turns out better. I certainly like doing both. I like doing the live commentary. I love the reactions. I've certainly had some great ones in the past. I think the post commentary goes just as well. Judged by your reactions and judged by the views I get, it does go just as well as the live commentary. So either one really can work. It just really depends on your own style, whether you want to be more reactionary or more informative / stand-up comedian sort of thing. So that's sort of the talk on that one. Next question. Boy, how long am I going? 23 minutes. Yeah, this is going to be multiple videos. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play enough Mario Kart to cover all this. Oh boy. I may have committed to something I didn't mean to commit to. Hey, Lucky. Firstly, would you ever want to collaborate with some of the other famous LPers, like if you were invited to be a guest on the Runaway Guys of Chugga, John, and NCS, would you accept? Oh boy, that is a tough question. It really depends on who's asking me. Because, people like Chugga and NCS, Proton John, I do like him. But Chugga, okay, NCS, I'm okay with him, but I don't think we'd really mesh well together, so I don't think it would really work if that happens, so I don't know, I mean, it's kind of like, okay, how can you turn on the Runaway Guys, just from a business perspective, because it's like, dude, big time. So, from that perspective, would I say yes? Maybe, but do I feel like I'd go well with them? Chugga, NCS, I don't know. Chugga, okay, just to be honest with you guys, and I don't really care if I get hate mail for this, I'm not a big fan of Chugga. I don't like the way he LPs. I could say other things, but I don't want to really attract hate mail to this thing. But I'm not a big fan of his, so if he's asked, I don't even know if I'd accept that. Because I'm just like, if I'm not a big fan of you, it doesn't feel right to just go on to the Runaway Guys just for the sake of publicity without really wanting to be there. It wouldn't go well. So, probably not them. If it was something like CSS, because I actually am friends with some Kirby, so I probably would do that. That'd be kind of fun. They're not going to ever do that because they really want to stick to the 7 of them. But I would like LPF them. There are other big LPers. Koopa Kung Fu, I would certainly go be all for an LPF him. Well, I do the thing about not really a question that's asked, but the thing about co-LPs on my own channel, I'm not really a big fan. I like to be, in case you haven't noticed, I've never done guest commentary for anyone else, and I've never done guest commentary for, with very few exceptions. And I've never done guest commentary on my own channel at all, because I don't really like, I like to keep my channel me and me alone. I feel like, guest commentary is cool and all, but it's sort of a bit weird in comparison. It sort of throws everything off, in my opinion. It's like, okay, so you had a bunch of solo commentary, all of a sudden there's like this co-commentary episode where it's harder to focus on the content, most of the content gets lost, it's like a sudden jarring change of style. I just don't really like it, and also it's like, I don't know. No one ever really gave me co-commentary going, so maybe I'm spiteful. Maybe I'm like, hey, if you're not gonna help, if you never helped me, why should I help you? But I mean, it's more the first reason. It's more like, you know, that's just not something I like to do. It's not something I feel goes well on my channel. I like it to be just me rambling. I don't feel like I need a second person to fill out my commentary. I think it's good enough with just me. So, if other people asked for just, you know, a whole LP maybe, or to join them on their team for a little bit, really depends on who it is. I'm not really sure. Second question, I've pretty much already answered that one. So, next question. Have you used a hammer in a way that it's not supposed to be used? That sounds wrong. I don't know how to respond to this. Moving on. Do you know how to make cookies? No, but I wish I did. I mean, I imagine I could follow like one of those basic cookie mixes, but I need to learn how to cook better. Cookies are delicious, dude. I would love to learn. I need to learn how to make cookies. New goal in life. Have you ever exploded? Yes. No. What do you mean by explosion? I'm just gonna go with yes because it sounds funny. Yes, I have exploded. Clearly. We're gonna move on now. These aren't questions. These aren't questions. These aren't questions. You have a 3DS, don't you? I already answered that, but if so, what's your friend code? I'm going to release a video with friend codey stuff for like the Wii and the 3DS and other stuff in a later video. I'm still trying to get a few things together before I make said video, so I will get that out some other time. Don't really need to go further than that. Anyways, commentary and editing part. I did mention a lot about the commentary, so I don't feel like I need to do that. But editing, really, it's up to you. I do think cutting is a good idea. I do think, you know, that you should cut your videos on occasion. Or not, just, I mean, like, when you have, like, you know, long segments where you're backtracking, or if you die in a level and you have to redo it, you know, you should, I think you should cut, you know, things that are unnecessary, repeat battles in RPGs, backtracking to a major extent without anything new at all, or at least use speed-ups, because there's no reason for you to force the viewer to watch the same thing over and over and over again multiple times. It just gets boring for the viewer. It's just a lot simpler if you just take the time to edit, cut a little bit out, and you can keep the viewer, you know, focused on your video. Because, you know, they get focused on new stuff. When there's so much old stuff, they lose focus. So if you're editing, you know, do that. The way I edit DS videos, Camtasia Studio, if you want to do DS videos, I do highly recommend you go out of your way and get that. Otherwise, Windows Movie Maker, that's what I did in the early days. I still do it occasionally for my my Game Boy videos and my Game Boy Advance videos, so I see no reason why not to continue doing that. I think it's fine. It's free. Just use that, honestly. If you're not doing like something complicated like DS videos that require special editing, just do Windows Movie Maker. It's really simple and easy. But yeah, I do recommend doing appropriate cutting and speed ups. I think it's one big flaw that a lot of new LPers do that kind of just makes them a bit meh. So, recommended you do that. Anyways, what do you use the LP Superstar Saga? Like I said, emulators, Visual Boy Advance, the editors with a Movie Maker. I used Cam Studio to record the video, the emulator to record the audio, and Audacity back then to record the sound. I have a new audio program for those of you who are wondering. It's Nero 7, I believe. Let me look at it. I'm actually using it right now. Nero Wave Editor 7 is the one I use these days. So I recommend that one, but it is not free. So I recommend if you want to shell out a little money, get that. Anyways, that's enough for that question. Would you ever do a Fire Emblem LP, and what is your least favorite Nintendo franchise? Fire Emblem. I'm not really. I love Fire Emblem, but it's something like I'm a new fan of Fire Emblem. Like I played Radiant Dawn as my first one. It's like the most recent one, not counting the remake of the first one, Shadow Dragons for the DS. I don't really. I've played that one. I've played like Sacred Stones, whichever one came with the Ambassador program. So I do love it. I do think they're a great series. The thing is, it's also a very hard LP to series because tactical RPGs are slow. They're long and slow, and that makes them a little boring. You have to be a really good commentator. You have to be really able to entertain for long periods of time, and probably post-commentary would be better for that one because, you know, there's not much to react to in a strategy RPG like that, unless, well, I guess Fire Emblem. The other thing about Fire Emblem is you have to be like picture perfect all the time, or your characters die. And I wouldn't want to have an LP where like characters die and stuff like that. I'd want to be a more perfection one, so that would be a lot of time. I won't say no, I'll never do one. I'm not gonna be like Slim Kirby and be like, no, I'll never play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. If you're watching this, Slim, ha, joke's on you. But so I'm not gonna commit myself to never doing one. But it's not something I plan to do yet because A, I want to get a lot better at Fire Emblem games in general before I do so. And B, and I just need a lot more practice. I really need to be able to, be ready for one. I'm not ready for a Fire Emblem game. I don't think it's something I would be able to pull off to the extent that I'd want to pull it off. Now, other tactical RPGs that aren't so, intense, maybe. I mean, I've had ideas for other tactical RPGs in the past. Nothing I want to commit to yet, just because they are very long and time-intensive, and it's going to be, a very big endeavor to do so. I mean, I'm slowly building. I mean, my LPs, in case you guys haven't noticed, they are getting more and more ambitious, and I guess I'll reach a point where I'll try a tactical RPG someday, but not in the near future. Then again, if the new Pokemon game, there's a new Pokemon, I believe that's a tactical RPG that's coming out, the Conquest one, I might LP that, if it's good. We'll see. I'm going to get it, so who knows? So, Fire Emblem, Anyway, least favorite Nintendo franchise. Definitely Star Fox. I've just never been a big fan of Star Fox. I don't like Star Fox 64. I never got Star Fox 64 3DS. Just those kind of games, I don't know, I just didn't really like it. I'm not really good at them. Never really could get into the whole Star Fox thing. So that's definitely my least favorite Nintendo franchise. Pikmin, I never played, but I do think it's pretty cool. I guess F-Zero, I never played either, even though I have it on the Master, I never really played it. So I can't really make... of the franchises I've really played enough to make a judgment on, it's definitely Star Fox. Next question. What is your opinion of Mario Tennis Open? I am very excited for Mario Tennis Open. I'm a big Mario Tennis fan. I think it's a great series. I think it's gonna be a really cool game. I'm glad it's coming out for the 3DS. I'm glad they're making a new Mario Tennis, because they haven't made a new Mario Sports game since Mario Sports Mix. That doesn't really count. Because it's not from the same ones who usually make the golf and tennis games. Like, I'm glad they're bringing the golf tennis, like the Mario Sports core, they're bringing it back now, and I'm really happy about that. So, hoping for a Mario Golf game for either the Wii U or the 3DS. That would be really cool. Nintendo, can we please? That'd be kind of cool. Anyways, so yeah, that's my opinion on that game. Were you hoping it would have been an RPG? I didn't expect it to be an RPG, just looking at it. I didn't think it would be, so I wasn't expecting it to be. I wasn't hoping it would be. I pretty much assumed it wouldn't be. I never played the Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Advance. I probably will someday, because that could be a curious prospect for an LP. Maybe I could do that someday, because I did Mario Golf. It was pretty cool. It turned out pretty well. So, I don't know, I'll probably try Mario Tennis, the other RPG one. But I never expected it to be. I didn't think it would be. And I'm okay with this. Next question. Why are you always the first to lose in Worms? That's not true. That's not true at all. It's pretty even, I think, especially lately. Really just depends on who gets focused first, because it really depends on Worms' positions for the four of us. If there's something funny that can happen, we usually go for it. Do you have any blind LPs planned, like Pocket Bomberman? Pocket Bomberman was a great LP. Blind LPs... the thing is, especially when I'm doing LDS games, it's kind of hard to do them out for reasons which I'll elaborate on later. But I have ideas for blind LPs that could come to fruition at some point. I definitely have ideas that I would want to do. Nothing that I'm going to do in the near future, because I don't really feel like it yet. But I probably will do another blind LP at some point. I definitely think I would. So, I definitely have a lot of ideas for that. So, also, in terms of the whole console thing, by the way, there are some ideas for other things I might be doing soon as well. Besides, not necessarily console, but Steam games are definitely a possibility as well that I'm considering. So, I might start doing some Steam games as well, and stuff like that. So, that's also a possibility. So it might not be like traditional console stuff that I'll be doing in the future, but Steam games are definitely a possibility. Anyways, guys, what's next? What is your favorite breakfast food? Waffles. Waffles are absolutely freaking delicious. I love waffles, so that's the answer there. Not really much to go on. Waffles of strawberries. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Anyways, what is your favorite game? I already answered that. What is your favorite computer game hero? Captain Keen. Commander Keen. Not Captain Keen. What the hell am I talking about? Commander Keen. He was my first video game, pretty much. Way back in the day when I was a wee little tot. He was my first video game, so I have to go with him because he was what got me into video games. And great game series, the Commander Keen. Very good games for the old days of gaming. If you guys haven't seen it, I think they're actually on Steam. They're actually on Steam, so you can check them out. It's pretty cool stuff. So we'll go with that one. Next question. Who's your favorite League of Legends characters? For those of you who don't know, I play League of Legends. I have plenty of videos in the Midway Gate about that. My favorite League of Legends character is either Leona or Lulu. I play Leona as a support, and I just love playing her because it's just she's just so freaking offensive while still being a tank, and it's really fun. So I like playing her a lot, especially when I play with others, and I can kind of coordinate and do ridiculous amounts of damage really fast with her. So I like that. Lulu, I don't like her as a support. I don't like squishy supports. I like her as a solo top, though, and that's my other favorite position. So I think she's a lot of fun to play. She's unique, and she's kind of creative, and I like playing her playstyle. So Leona, probably, then Lulu. Those are my two choices. What is your absolute favorite game of all time? I already mentioned this. Do you think we should make a sequel to... they should make a sequel to Bowser's Inside Story? I'm not sure if they intended Mario and Luigi to be a trilogy or not. Like, they haven't announced anything yet. I think they probably will make more, because why not? I mean, it's a great series, and I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, people would eat that up, and Nintendo... I don't see any reason why Nintendo would stop. It wasn't explicitly stated to be a trilogy. So I do think they should, because it's a great game series, and they definitely have a lot they can still do with that. I mean, the three games so far have shown themselves to be very unique, even within the series, more unique than most sequels are. So I don't think Nintendo's anywhere short of running out of ideas for another Mario and Luigi. So go ahead, Nintendo. You guys definitely can still make plenty of great ones without running short on ideas yet, or repeating ideas. It's the kind of game series that, because it's just so loose and comedic, that they could really just take it in like 50 million different directions, and that'll be just A-okay. So they definitely can. Go for it, Nintendo.